Hey, what's up? Hello and welcome. My name is Maya, and today we have an episode of Family Dynamics. And before we even start, I want to announce a few things to you all, and it's some exciting news. I do have a membership opening up on my channel. If you guys want to become a part of the Simmers, then you would just have to join the membership. Obviously, there's no need to join, but I did want to start off today's video shouting out our newest members. And I think in the beginning of the videos, I'm going to shout out members as a way to say thank you for all the support on the channel and supporting me and my content. For the memberships, I do have some benefits, obviously. If it's a membership, I will be posting videos a day early for members. I will also be having member only emotes for our streams and also a member badge coming really soon to you all. Let me know down below what else do you want with this membership. I am all ears, but I just wanted to announce that because I'm really, really proud of the channel and that we are able to open up membership to anyone that wants to join. For more information on how to join the membership and what's involved in the membership, it will be in the description box below. But I did want to start today's video giving a shout out to the Simmers. But yeah, without any further ado, we're going to jump right into family dynamics. So right now, Cassiel is asleep in his brand new bed. A lot has happened since last episode that I need to fill you all in. You may notice that Cassiel has some new hair. I think his facial hair is even new. He's going for a whole new look because he's in a new neighborhood. We are deep into the criminal career. Well, halfway through the criminal career. But anyway, he's trying this whole new persona because last time we won the lottery. If you look down at his money right here, he has 18,000 in his household funds. We did not spend all, I think like 900,000 he had left. We didn't spend it all. I'm going to explain like what happened and fill you in because a lot has happened since the last time I saw you all. I want to start by introducing you to this new lot that we're living on because Cassiel owns these apartment buildings. Mark is calling. Oh, he's trying to go on a date. Of course, he's asking Cassiel because Cassiel is the leader of his own gang. But like I said, we have a lot to discuss, you all. This is Cassiel's apartment buildings. I did not build these, you all, at all. I just got it from the gallery and then I furnished Cassiel's apartment and I also furnished his baby mother's apartment. But we'll get into his baby mother and everything that's going on there. But we have some people out here, including his baby mother, who is not showing yet. So we're going to talk about her and the fact that she's not really showing. We also have a gang member here, Cameron. I changed Cameron's hair because Cameron has the hair that Cassiel has, and I like the hair that Cassiel has on him, so I just switched it out. But Cameron lives here. I just saw Princeton run somewhere. Princeton also lives in this apartment building, but I'm going to go in and show you. But right now we moved world. So we're no longer in Evergreen Harbor. We are now in Newcrest, and I get into why we're in Newcrest. But over here is a property that I eventually want to buy out where we're going to have our like gang hangout be, but we don't own this right now. We also have, I just put down a whole bunch of lots in Newcrest to do some world building for us. But right here, we have another apartment building. I don't have any Sims living in here. But if you guys want to make some Sims for this generation, just add it to the hashtag MTS Townies and I'll put them right into this world. And then over here, we have a nightclub that I see us going to hang out with our gang at a lot over here. And then we have the neighborhood park. It's a little run down, but we don't live in the best neighborhood, okay? Cassiel has to start somewhere. So yeah, that's his neighborhood. There is another neighborhood. I'm actually going to go into the world view so I can show you and I can discuss some Sims that I built. So Cassiel lives here and he has like obviously people living here. The Goth sisters also live in this apartment building because they are like affiliated with our gang, so they live here. And then over here, I made Kamisha's father. So her father lives here with his girlfriend. Her father's name is Corey Adams. We probably will see him in today's episode because, God, there's a lot of tea. But Corey Adams lives here with his girlfriend, Christy. This is, I believe, they're the 15th Street gang. So in my head, this is literally 15th Street right here. And this is like where Kamisha grew up. This is like where her family lives. But like I said, she wants to break away from her family. And that's why Newcrest Thugs, right? Is that what it's called? Started. But I'm going to get into the lore of the gang once we get started. But yes, Corey Adams runs the 15th Street gang, and he has a lot of people under him that are part of the 15th Street gang. It is a well established gang. I want to show you this right here. This is Kamisha's mom. She's not home right now, but her name is Jayla Kennedy. That is her mother. Jayla, now she is not in the 15th Street gang, but Corey keeps both his girlfriend and his baby mother with money. Corey has a lot of money, a lot of influence. He owns all these buildings on the strip. Like, he's up there in the gang world, but we'll get into it, like I said. We also have more gang members that live in this apartment complex over here. I didn't make it separate units because my game was like going crazy. So I just literally placed them in the apartment building because I don't see us going here often. And then there also has a 15th Street strip club that he owns. And that right there is like where his gang hangs out. So this is their club. And then this is our club over here. And then we have a recreational center that I will be using later on in this generation that I wanted to put down. It's kind of like a boys and girls club, YMCA type of lot. And then over here is the suburb. So we don't really have anything to do with this over here. But this will come into play later on into the generation. But I just wanted to show you some of the things I did in Newcrest because y'all, from this point on, this gen is about to get real quick. Okay, now that I showed you the world and where they're living and everything, I can go in and show you more of the apartment building before I get into the lore of everything. So let me pause because time is going by and my Sims are struggling right now. So let me pause real quick. Right here is the main entrance into Cassiel's apartment buildings he brought out with his money. He has cameras everywhere. He is paranoid, as he should be paranoid, because he's afraid that Corey is going to come and, start beef with his gang because Kamisha told her dad, like, yeah, I'm leaving and I'm starting my own gang with her, essentially her baby father. Like, she doesn't want to live with her parents anymore. She doesn't want to be like under their gang and their leadership. She doesn't get along with her dad anymore, especially because her dad has like his new girlfriend and just the way they run things, she doesn't agree with. So now she's trying to join in with Cassiel, and together Cassiel and Kamisha basically founded the Newcrest Thugs together. So a little bit about that. But if you go in to the apartment building, there's one apartment here. I think right here is either Princeton's or Cameron's apartment. One of these, both of these are the boys' apartment. They live on the first floor. And I put them on the first floor because they are like our security. If somebody comes in, they're supposed to help, fend them off. And then if you go over here, this is our laundry room for the guests, or not the guests, but for the tenants. Over here, we put a laundry in here. Hopefully it's enough machines. We have our mailboxes back here. I didn't put much into the hallway. And once again, I did not build this slot. So I just used it as a template. If we go upstairs now, this is where all his money is. Now, is this smart? I don't know. But only Cassiel can go into this room. And right in here, he has $750,000 remaining out of his $1 million. So he only spent like about $250,000 getting this apartment building, buying drugs to start funding his gang and everything like that. Over here is where the Goth sisters live. I did not really do their apartments. Like when I downloaded this, there was already furniture in there. So the only apartments I decorated, and I can go into build mode to show you, was Cassiel's apartment, obviously, and his baby mother's apartment. Oh, I can't unhide her apartment and see. Boo. Even if I own the apartment buildings, I can't see. But over here is Kamisha's apartment. We'll probably go and visit, especially once the kid is here, but I can't show you our apartment. But their apartment is connected through this secret type of door. I'll explain why it's a secret once we actually start with some gameplay today. But when you come up here, the Goth sisters live over here and Kamisha lives over here. Now, if you notice, there's no door into Kamisha's apartment. Like there was a door here and I removed the door. And the reason I put no door here is because I feel like Kamisha is a little fearful that her dad is going to come back and like there's going to be, I need to paint this. There's going to be repercussions for her leaving the gang. And Cassiel understands that she's fearful. So he put a door back here, and she has her own private stairs up into her apartment. Oh, I don't have her door here. She used to have a door here. Let me put her a door here. I think I should be able to give her a door, hopefully. If not, I'm going to have to go into her apartment and give her a door. No, I can't help her. That's a lot of work. I'm going to have to play her household and give her a door. There was a door here, though. But there should be a door right here, and it goes into her apartment. And this is the nursery, her room, bathroom. And then this room right here connects her and Cassiel's apartment. No, okay, so my doors are actually deleting because there was a door on here, too. So, the game is still not fixed. Great. Okay. Now there's a door, but now I feel like it's blocking. Okay, good. This is going to be obviously the room that is for Cassiel's baby, but he didn't tell Paris that he's having a baby. So we're going to have to wait to decorate this room until he announces to Paris, like, I have a kid on the way. But he knew that he knows that Misha is pregnant because Misha did tell him, like, I'm pregnant. So he does know that Misha's pregnant. So he obviously wanted to put her apartment right next door to his. And then also he wanted a room to connect so that when they do have a kid, the kid can just like go between the two apartments. Because in the back of his head, he does want to be a good father. He had a good father, even though he doesn't agree with his father. And he does want to be like a good father for his own child. Right here, Paris is in here. She does not know that Misha is pregnant. So we're going to break the news to her today. But you guys know, Cassiel doesn't care about things. But he does care about the fact that he doesn't want Paris to leave. Like, is he like respectful of Paris? I guess not. Oh, and we got a dog, y'all. I'm going to introduce you to our dog. I have like a lot to tell you guys. So sorry, it's a lot of talking in the beginning of the episode, but I have a lot to go over. But Paris... she got a little makeover because it's been a few months. I'm going to say it's been like 2 months since we last saw them. And he got the apartment building, and I want her to change to her every day so you can see her updated look fully. It's been like 2 months since he's gotten his apartment building. So they've been busy spending money, obviously. They spent money on this apartment in the whole building, and then their apartment is obviously the only one that's like nice. So all the other apartments literally look like the projects because that's what they live. But her apartment, I guess, or their apartment is nice. My Sims have not been doing things that I tell them to do, and it's concerning me. But what did you end up making? Oh, you actually made food for her. See, I told you, Cassiel knows that Paris is somebody he wants in his life. One, Paris is evil. So like when push comes to shove, Paris will really, unalive someone for him if it really came to it. Like, she's really someone that he feels like he can trust with this and this lifestyle, and he doesn't really want to let her go. He wants to have his cake and eat it too, essentially. And they don't go out, but he did end up sleeping with Kamisha, and he has to like kind of own up to that. So he's trying to figure out how he's going to tell her all of this. So he wants to like buy her something or like take her out on a nice date or something and break the news to her because he doesn't know how she's going to react. So we are going to play that out today. And then I want to show you though that we have our dog Crest, and our dog Crest, after Newcrest. Yes, I know, corny. He's a pit bull, and he's aggressive, and he's stubborn, I think, or something like that, or aggressive and loyal. So we have him to make sure if somebody, see, look how smart he is going out and pee. But if somebody comes to this project, I want to hear him bark so we can know that somebody is coming and like trying to attack, So we have our guard dog essentially. And like he needs to know if the police are going to show up or something. Like he has a lot of drugs on him. He needs to know these things. But he's in here trying to hype himself up to and he's like cleaning to make her in a better mood, to tell her like, Misha's pregnant, and yeah, she's keeping it. He hasn't talked to Misha either since she saw him at like his old apartment and told him like, I'm pregnant. But that's like when the test first came back, and obviously they've been texting so he can keep updated on the baby and how the baby's doing, because like I said, he does care about the fact that he's going to have a kid. But he's going to tell Paris like, I'm breaking it off with Misha. Him and Misha are not going to continue their relationship. Out of the two girls, he knows that like Misha's helping him start a gang, and he kind of doesn't want to have her also be like his girl. He wants to keep that separate, but he wants Paris to be like his girl And he now I feel like he finally made that decision for himself, but I don't know how Paris is going to feel about it. I feel like Paris is definitely going to stay, obviously, because Cassiel has like $750,000. Wouldn't you stay? But no, also she doesn't really have anywhere to go. I didn't go into like Paris and her background and a little bit about her, but Paris also grew up in San Myshuno with Cassiel. They've known each other since like middle school and they've been friends. And Paris doesn't have the best home life. She does not have a close relationship with her brothers or her father or her mother or anyone in her life. So she's kind of alienated from her family. Like if Cassiel and her break up and she's no longer like a part of his lifestyle, she has nowhere to go. So when he tells her, I doubt she's going to be angry, but I doubt that she'll leave because where else is she going? And Cassiel kind of knows that. He does kind of know that. So he's thinking about his baby right now, like, okay, dang, I have to go tell her. Oh, also, I gave Cassiel all new clothes because if you won the lottery as a young adult, like Cassiel's like 22. If you won the lottery at like 22, wouldn't you buy new clothes? So now he's like dressing in name brand stuff and, he's feeling himself. I think when he meets Corey, he's going to even change again because Corey wears like business suits and Corey's going to be someone, and Corey's Misha's dad. Corey's going to be someone that Cassiel wants to be like, even though he doesn't want to admit it to himself because, that's his op. Like, they're not friends. They're a part of our rival gang and everything. And I was reading over the job description for minor crime lord. Oh, I just saw Misha's mom in the background. But I was just reading over the criminal career before I started. And it says, want to make a deal in this hood? You gotta go through Cassiel. He worked his way up to running the racket on this turf, from that botanical garden over there, all the way down to the new organic grocery store. So he runs basically this whole little strip. And I think as he moves up in his career, we're gonna start like pushing onto Corey's territory because he's gonna start feeling himself, But over here, this is Jayla, and Jayla is Misha's mom. They look alike, don't they? And Jayla is that girl. When I say that Corey has money, Cassiel winning the lottery, you can't even touch the money that Corey has. You know what I mean? So, I forgot that I have no shoes on, and it goes for the whole house. Why can't it just be for my apartment? I don't want these people walking around with no shoes. Oh, no, 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 no. Op is in here. Hold on. Allow shoes indoor. Look who is here. He has no pants on. Don't mind him. But this Sim is a part of the 15th Street Gang. He is an op. And I have made the decision. When I see like one of their gangs on our territory, especially our house, it's on site. Because like, I feel like you're trying to rob Cassiel. Or that's how Cassiel feels like. He does not know these people and they're coming to his apartment building, messing with his gang. And that's how he sees it. And that's not going to fly. It's not going to fly at all. So we're going to give him a rude introduction. Because, like, who are you in here? Hold on. No. Don't leave. I wish, like, I wish I can have him and Cameron jump him. Because I feel like realistically, that's what will happen, right? If the rival gang is here in your territory and you're the leader of the gang, wouldn't they jump them? So we're going to give him a rude introduction. We want to be mean to someone anyway. He's like, yo, aren't you a part of 15th Street? And all his gang is around too. Like, wait, you're part of 15th Street? Look at them all circling. We're going to argue about career, basically. Argue about like whose gang is better. But it's not going to be a lot of talking with Cassiel. Plus, we need to get into 5 fights anyway. So we're going to... I wish there was like a gang thing that we can do. Like, I wish it picked up on the fact that we know he's a part of a rival gang. We're going to insult him. We have to get angry enough that we can fight him. Because for his aspiration anyway, we need to fight 5 Sims. So that's why I made the decision that we're always going to fight 15th Street Gang. He's like, bro, I don't even ever want to see you here again. Like, you need to go back and you could tell Cameron that, or not Cameron, you can tell Corey that I said that. Trash another Sim. I wish we knew Corey already so I can be like, and tell Corey I said... But I don't think we know Corey. I'm trying to see if we know anyone. Oh, we know Rashad. Rashad is also a part of 15th Street Gang. So we're going to trash Rashad. Like, you and Rashad, I keep catching out over here. And I know that Corey's sending you to push up on my territory. And you need to go back and tell them that you guys should never be over here. Ever, 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 ever should be on my territory. Oh, Paris is attracted to Princeton. Oh goodness. And look at him just playing in the trash. Princeton, you're so useless. Like, you're supposed to be up here helping us. I love that they're all standing around too. Don't look so surprised. His name is Hugo Espinoza. Well, we also have to do this for our job is mischief. So let me just hurry up and get this mischief out the way. To claim to be criminal mastermind. I run these streets. You hear me? You could tell Corey I said that. I run New Crest. Are you sure? Like, are you sure you run New Crest? You literally just moved here, Cassiel, but Misha told him like running a gang is in Newcrest is not the same as running a gang in Evergreen Harbor. Like what you did in Evergreen Harbor was child's play. That's what you call a group of friends just hanging out and causing mischief. That was your gang before. Now you kind of have to set the tone that you are that guy and like that no one can do anything to you. So now we're gonna fight him. Misha kind of gave him the ropes. Like this is not going to be a run in the park. You're going to do some things that would change you as a person, and you got to be sure this is what you want. Now, if you're asking the question of like, okay, so why didn't he take his $1 million that he won and go move back home and like start a life? I mentioned this before. I don't think there is a back home. Why can't we fight him? It was just here. Shove him then. I mentioned this last time that there is no going back home for him because he's kind of too far gone. But he does know. Oh goodness, Paris is coming out now too. Paris is kissing him and everything. Oh, he is being mean still to Hugo. But like I was saying, he knows that there's no going back. He's kind of like too far gone. And he honestly doesn't know where to start with his parents and with Anastasia, but he does know he wants to pay for Anastasia's college. He heard that she's in law school and his parents had like decent money, but not like, oh, he's finally fighting him. Cassiel, you better win. You better win. If he doesn't win, look at Pierce watching, like, you better win. If he doesn't win, we're going to have to go and do something at 15th Street because that's embarrassing. And this is his first fight in Newcrest. The first time he's trying to like get his name out there in Newcrest. And he did win. He's like, go back. Oh, and they're fighting again. They're scrapping again. But he's like, go back and you tell Corey that I will beat every 15th Street gang member that comes on my territory. This is my block. Okay, Cassiel. Okay, Cassiel's really living that gang life. But he's like to Paris, and he beat him up again. And I'll beat you up again. And I'll beat you up again. No, he beat us up this time? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Oh, it's really always going to be on site with them. But like, how dare you come into our buildings? I think it counted like every time we fought this guy, but there's no way we're leaving and letting you beat us up this time. You know what? Actually. Oh, and look, Misha's out. She's showing. Paris just walked by her. Is Misha coming to knock on our door? She doesn't look too big. I don't think Paris learned that she's pregnant, but she's watching the fight too. And she's like, watching him to make sure he's gonna win. There's a lot riding on this fight. His two girls are watching him. Okay, we did beat him up this time. Yeah, Cassiel is definitely mean. Embrace the change. Newcrest is already changing him as a person. He's gonna fight him again. No, let's do some we might do some clapping it up. We might do some extreme and violence. Non-deadly. We're gonna slap him. Likes affection. Oh yeah, he loves affection from Paris. I told you, he does love parents. But he's gonna slap him to give him a little, bump on the head. Like, yep, and go back and go tell. Look at him running away. Go tell Corey I just slapped you in his face and see what he says to you about that. Bye. And let's send him away. That was a lot for the intro to gameplay. Oh my goodness, just go away. Hey, he's like, hey. After this, Paris, you want to go out? I think he's officially going to make it official with parents too, because it's like, yeah, I'm going to have a kid. Do you want to be my girlfriend? Like, he has to give her something in exchange for having a kid on her. You know what I mean? So we're going to go out on a date with her. Oh, goodness. And now Paris is afraid of the dark. That doesn't even make any sense. All right, we're here with her. And she's like, we never go on dates. Like, why do you want to ask me on a date? But he's going to start off by professing undying love. I wonder what she's going to say to him about that. Like, because she's not affectionate either. But, oh, and I see somebody from 15th Street in there. Oh, she loves it. Oh, but now she's being mean back. She's like, why are you really saying this? Be insulted? There is a mean vibe here. So it's like, they're going to be mean. Oh, goodness. I think I just saw somebody from 15th Street in here. There's a time and place for everything. Please, let's sit Sims here. Actually, let's sit here. Okay. Yeah, Rashad is here. And y'all, a little bit of tea. Paris saw Rashad walking on the street and she got the same pop up that she finds him extremely attractive. So let's hope. Okay, we didn't see Rashad over here. So we're going to just act like we didn't see him, Because who is this? Oh, he's the bouncer. Okay. I'm like, who is that? You know what? He probably works for us. Let me see. I wonder if we fight in here. Paris. Okay, I need to take off this mean vibe because what we're not doing is that. Okay. And ignore the name of this lot. I did not build this lot, you guys. Okay, we're not going to be mean. Okay, let's do something else. Let's be convivial and we do romance, right? Okay, let's do that. Let's not be mean to each other. I mean, Paris doesn't need any help being mean because she's already mean. But she's probably like, "What? You're being so nice, Cassiel, and I don't understand why. Like, what did you do? Get it, spit it out." Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Can we just start off with the flirt, blow a kiss? Like, okay, you're being so mean. Can I just not show you affection, Paris? Can I just not love you? Huh? What's your issue, Paris? Oh my goodness. She's being mean still. Oh my goodness. Like, stop. But I feel like Cassiel kind of likes the meanness, not gonna lie. He's gonna confess attraction, like, okay. Okay, and then we also, because I think he has work today, try to console. No, let's try confess to loving another. He doesn't really, okay, this is just him confessing to the fact that she's pregnant, okay? Let's see what she says. Because Paris is crazy. He's like, I'm being honest with you. I have a baby on the way. And she's like, what do you mean you have a baby on the way? Like, Cassiel, what? And he's like, yeah, and it's with Misha, but you got to hear me out. You got to hear me out. And she's like, I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear that you have somebody else pregnant. What's wrong with you? Like, why would you get someone else pregnant? And he's like, just hear me out. Okay. So this is where we're going to do this. All right. It's his Paris partner confessed they are in love with someone else. What should Paris do? Stay and try to reconquer their love. He's like, listen to me. I was drunk. It was the other night when I went out with the boys. I was drunk. I was high. And we just ended up woohooing. We never had a relationship. Okay. But now I want to ask you out and I want us to have a set relationship and for you to be my girlfriend and have that title. So nothing like this happens again. Cassiel knows how to like spin a tale. I tell you that. I'll tell you that. He knows how to spin a tale. So now Paris is basically like, you really have to make it up to me because now if you're going to get her pregnant, how am I your girlfriend? And I'm not pregnant. So we're going to try to work on this, express admiration. I want him to be able to ask her out and make it official. Is Cassiel still going to cheat? You better believe it. He's probably apologized for causing her pain. Like, I'm sure the pain is there. I mean, your boyfriend cheated on you. So we are going to try to ask her out. Ask to be girlfriend. Okay. Like, oh, and all the gang members are here. But honestly, I just gave them like every days. They'll go out and then what's his name? Matus, whatever. Oh, she ended up saying yes. I'm going to take that as like a little bit of being forgiven. She witnessed a fight, which made her happy. But let me see what else. Hope is not lost. Hold on. And they finally became boyfriend and girlfriend after living together for like some years now. But they love another. To hear that the one you love wholeheartedly and exclusively has feelings for another, what a cruel twist of fate. But she's still feeling inspired that hope is not lost. Only time will tell whether giving that cheater a second chance to be faithful was the right decision or not. Love is too strong for Paris to just turn her back on them without giving their relationship a chance at recovering. So even though she feels like slighted by him, she just feels better that she has a title now. Now, how awful she's going to make Misha's life, terrible. But she's going to tell him like, okay, I want to have a kid. Like, that's not fair that Misha is having a kid with you and Misha's not even your girl. And I don't like that happened. So let's ask him pregnancy, ask if he wants children. And now Cassiel is kind of like, and she's jealous too. So Cassiel's going to be like, yeah, I'd like having children. So he wants to have a child with her. Ignore him. He's going to do this animation because of whatchamacallit. Oh, and now you're being mean to the locals here. Oh, no. The gang's being here. We're going to have to beat them up because he's a part of 15th Street, or yeah, 15th Street gang too. So I'm gonna go beat him up too. But now that she knows that Misha's pregnant, she wants a kid too. And I want to give a shout out because hold on, somebody gave me this idea and I want to go over the plan I have for Paris. And I got a lot of help from you all, giving me an idea of where we should go with this challenge and with Cassiel and Paris's relationship. First, I want to give a shout out to Monica. Monica gave me a comment about Cassiel should move somewhere remote, and I do have a plan for him to leave the gang life behind eventually. But for right now, he's deep in it and he's like living this lifestyle wholeheartedly. But it was Chicken Ramen Soup who gave me the idea that maybe Paris wants to be next to Cassiel, especially because of the money, and Kamisha just wants a father for her child because she likely has money to support her from her father, but she doesn't want to accept it because she has troubles with her father, which is true, right? She does not get along with her father. So she just wants help raising her child financially, but she does not want a relationship with Cassiel. She wants to build up her name herself too. And I feel like that Misha feels more independent with Cassiel and definitely more trapped, and she feels controlled by her father. And she also said that she feels like Misha asked him about, it's a long comment. I'm going to post the comment here so you guys can read it over. But she also said that she feels like Cassiel lied to Misha, technically, because Misha probably asked him, like, I heard you were living with your girlfriend, but Paris and him never had a title. So technically he wasn't lying, but he was living with Paris at the time. But the main thing is that Chicken Ramen Soup said that Paris would try to fake a pregnancy to become more relevant in Cassiel's life again. And I don't think she necessarily will fake the pregnancy. I just think she can't get pregnant. So I switched her to not be able to get pregnant. So spoiler, even though they're going to constantly try, and eventually she'll go to the doctors and find out she can't have kids. So mind you, she has the trait that she hates children. So I really feel like that's going to get to her, that she can't have kids. And then she's going to have this kid always around that's Misha's kid. And that's when, some mean things are going to happen to Misha's kid. Oh my goodness. All the 15th Street gang is coming in here. And it's just like, okay, now he needs to call his gang up because they're going to jump him. This is Rashad, also a part of 15th Street gang. Some of these Sims I got from the gallery. Some of these Sims I got from... Is long lifespan on? Why he had like 100 and something days? But anyway, Rashad, I'm pretty sure I made him from scratch. Oh yeah, because look, he has a cold weather. I did make him from scratch. But what's his name? Matus? I didn't make him, but he's also a part of 15th Street gang. And Paris is here like, I'm just a girl. I'm not fighting these men. Like, Cassiel, stop arguing with them. Can we like wave a gun around? Something like real ratchet, Open gunfire. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay, he's gonna send. Let me end the date. Paris is like, I'm not with this. I'm not with this. He's like, Paris, go home right now. Okay, go home right now because this is Misha's mom too, and he's texting his gang like, y'all, I'm about to shoot up the spot because why are these 15th Street gang members here in my gang? Oh, look who's here. We're going to do open gunfire. This is Corey, the man himself. He's really sitting here. And you know what? They're probably here after the other gang member went back and was like, yo, like he kicked me off the block. And this was probably Corey's block. And he's probably like, I want to see this new guy who thinks that he can kick my members off my own block. So now he's opening gunfire, shooting up the place, shooting them. Everyone's getting down on the ground. I didn't think people were gonna die. I've never done that before. He's literally just shot. Don't worry, you guys. I'm not gonna kill Corey and Jayla and also Rashad. And he shot Rudy, the mixologist. Oh, all these Sims just dying left, right, and center is crazy. Okay, can I? I did not think they were really gonna die. Death is like, what? Okay, we're gonna just say they're injured, okay? Are they dead right here in the game? Sure, okay? But I promise you, Corey, Jayla, Rashad as well, they're not dead, okay? He just shot them. But this is starting to increase the violence with the gang. They're gonna definitely want get back. Like, Cassiel, you better run. You just like killed people. Well, not killed people. You opened gunfire. So we're gonna head back. I promise you that they're not dead. Okay. They may be dead right here, but they're not dead in real life, okay? With open gunfire in a closed room. I don't know what I thought. I thought he was just gonna shoot into the air. I didn't think he was gonna shoot her mom and her dad, but like we're gonna say that he just shot at them. All right. He shot at them. He like shot up the club and now he's running back home. And now we know they're gonna try to get it back in blood. For sure. For sure. But that was like a wild night. I don't think he works tonight. No, he doesn't. But we'll pick back up in the morning and see if there's any repercussions for his actions. All right, it's the next day, and we're actually going to take over and view from today from Misha's standpoint, or at least a little bit of today, because there's a few things with Misha I want to go over. The first thing I want to go over is that she is very sad about this pregnancy. She does not want to be pregnant right now, but she also doesn't want to go through and have an abortion. So she's kind of stuck in limbo of what to do. She wants to talk to Cassiel too because she kind of feels awkward about the whole thing because she doesn't want to pursue a relationship with him. She's new to meeting all of his friends and she's already starting off on a bad note. I also want to point out that Corey, Jayla, and Rashad are all alive, like I said they would be. They just were shot at. I want to say like Rashad was actually shot, but Corey and Jayla didn't actually get shot. So maybe Rashad's in the hospital right now recovering. And she got a call from her mom and dad that they want to meet with her and discuss what the hell is going on the other side of Newcrest. Who is this new guy? Because they heard that she messes with him. And they just can't believe that their daughter will leave their gang for another gang. Especially a gang that's shooting at Corey, Jayla, and Rashad in the club. Like, they used to go to that club all the time, and the fact that they can't go. Also, we're having a welcome wagon right now, led by Paris. Listen, Paris can't stand her. Thanks for coming. They're not like friends, and she knows that Paris knows she shouldn't be jealous, but she's always going to be jealous. I also set up that Misha doesn't feel jealousy towards Cassiel. Like I said, they are going to break it off today and just be business partners because she can't deal with the fact that, people assume that her and Cassiel are messing with each other and that's why she's a part of the gang. She doesn't want that to be the case. She doesn't want people to say, like, the only reason you're so high up in the gang is because you're, sleeping with Cassiel. She doesn't want that. She's actually close with Cameron, so I'm going to leave it be. I don't think they can talk about their gang together. Oh, they can. Talk about the rival gang. I heard Cassiel shot at my dad yesterday. But yeah, let's meet the other gang members. So she's like actually a part of it. And of course, where's Paris? Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. But we're going to meet them. We have an appointment. Oh, there's Paris. Paris is looking around like, yeah, I knew Cassiel wouldn't put her up in a nicer apartment than ours because her apartment is pretty tiny compared to Cassiel's. The kid's room is tiny. Spoiler alert, it's going to be a girl because next gen has to be a girl. But this right here is going to be the nursery. But Cassiel was like, she doesn't need a big room. Like, the baby doesn't need a big room because the baby's going to have a room in my apartment and that would be the big room. So already Cassiel was trying to provide more for the kid than Misha, which is interesting. But Misha's meeting everyone in the gang and hopefully minus Paris, they seem to like her, maybe, I don't know. Princeton thinks that Misha is pretentious and Misha thinks that Princeton is weird. I feel like, look, she's already yelling at him. She's like, don't even talk to her. Don't even talk to her. Oop. Misha thinks Gracie's interesting, but Gracie thinks Misha's pretentious already. Only one that's really messes with her is Cameron in the gang. I feel like already Paris is setting up everyone against them. So I'm going to share a conspiracy theory with her. I'm getting a weird vibe from you, Paris. I understand. It's weird, right? But I asked Cassiel if he had a girlfriend before we slept together. And Cassiel told me no, he did not have a girlfriend. And she's like, yeah, we just started going out. And Misha's like, that's weird. So you're mad at me because I got pregnant by Cassiel, but you weren't even going out at the time. Dislikes mischief? No, she's going to like mischief. But yeah, she thinks it's weird that Paris is telling the whole gang not to like her. When Paris, you just got a title. It's not even like Cassiel was cheating on you, but kind of he was. They were living together, Oh, no, she's being mean to her. I was going to say Misha will be mean, but no. Already Paris is being mean. And Misha learned that Paris is evil. She was like, oh my goodness, this girl is evil. full. But she actually has to go to her ultrasound appointment. She's going to be petty too. Like, oh, actually, I have an appointment right now. And I need to go on my appointment with Cassiel because, we're checking on our kid. And Paris is like, oh, yeah, speaking of that, our kids will be close in age because I'm going to get pregnant too. Okay. Who fights over getting pregnant? Like, the audacity to fight over the fact that to get pregnant? Really? Before she goes to her ultrasound with Cassiel, though, she did tell her dad she would meet up with him. So she can't travel because she's working. Oh, no, because there's this event. Everyone go home. And look, the gang doesn't like her even more because she ended the event early. Misha, you're going to have to like build yourself up. All right, we came here to the rec center because the rec center is honestly the only neutral territory that they go to in Newcrest because one thing about Corey, he loves the kids. He's not going to shoot up a place where kids are supposed to be. This is a community center that he built for his community and he kind of wants to keep it like neutral. So Misha's not stupid. She knows that her dad wants to keep it mutual here, so he's not going to do anything. So we're going to stay sit. Cassiel came. Cassio's here. Okay, we're going to ignore Cassio. We're going to steady sit though with oh, did her dad not show up? Her dad really didn't show up. He's like, I don't want to go. I invited her dad, but he said no. Okay, he definitely is upset with her. But I guess her mom is going to come and speak for him about what she has to say to her. Ignore that her dad or no, her mom looks drunk. Maybe her mom likes to drink. I don't know. Let me know why you think Jayla looks dazed and what is her, I guess, her drug of choice. But she's going to have a deep conversation with her mom and let her mom know like what's going on. Her mom, Gracie, wants to come over and buy some weed. Since when was Gracie one of your customers? Gracie, no, this is neutral territory. But she's talking to her mom about everything that's been going on with her in her life because her mom just honestly doesn't know where they went wrong. The way that Misha was raised with her mom, because Jayla, yes, she is a part of the gang lifestyle too, but Jayla raised Misha to like not be a part of that lifestyle. Like Jayla and Misha did not live where her father did business. And she kept her away from that for a long time. And then when Misha got in high school, her dad invited her into that lifestyle. Her dad was like, I only have a daughter. I need somebody to take over this gang. I'm getting older. And he wanted to kind of like pull back from the gang and just focus on Christy and him and like their relationship. And Christy always wanted kids. And it was a lot that was coming with it. And Misha started to take over the gang slowly for her dad, but her dad did not trust her every turn. And she's explaining that to her mom, like, yeah, when I used to go and visit dad, I wasn't visiting him just because he wanted me to be his daughter and he wanted me to be in his life. He taught me everything I know. And Jayla's kind of shocked to hear that because Jayla told Corey she doesn't want her daughter involved in that. And Corey made it seem like Misha wasn't, and that Misha's making this decision to go to Newcrest Thugs and start a whole new gang herself. But Jayla now has a little bit of background on it. And Jayla has a big question about why do you have a bump on your stomach? Right? So Jayla obviously is telling like her side of it, like what the dad is telling her, like your dad is telling me that you're just off the rails, that your friend shot at him. And she's like, actually, mom, I'm pregnant by the guy that shot at you at dad. And her mom is like, what? So the little boy that was just in the club the other night and he was waving his gun around like a hothead, that's your baby father? Misha, I raised you better than that. I raised you better than that. And she's like, Mom, you don't understand. He's next up. He is next up, Mom. Jayla doesn't want to hear any of that because Jayla and Corey broke up once Corey started his gang. And if you notice, Jayla's in like nice outfits and everything. So even though she doesn't want to be a part of the gang lifestyle, she accepts all the gang money. And in the back of her head, she's like, I think this is the guy that won the lottery. And if my daughter can send me a check, I'm not going to complain too much. So like on the surface, she's like, you shouldn't be with him. You shouldn't be with him. Come home with me and dad. But in the back of her head, she's kind of like, this is another come up for her. So basically, Jayla's mom is wishy-washy, and Jayla's mom is not someone that's like always 100% here for her daughter. She always keeps in the back of her mind, like always making money and getting more money. So yeah, Misha learned gang like from her dad, but she learned how to always be money hungry from her mom for sure. And her mom is kind of like That's your baby father. Is he giving you any money? Is he giving you any help? And she's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. He furnished my whole apartment. I live right next door to him. She's not going to mention Paris because her mom is definitely going to be like, why are you with somebody who's like has a girlfriend? But she's like, Mom, it's okay. We're going to go to the ultrasound after this. I just wanted to tell you that I am pregnant. And I guess Jayla wanted to like figure out why her daughter's doing what she's doing. And she didn't really get like Misha to come back home with her, but she at least is happy ish that her daughter is trying to find her way. And she has some words for Corey because Corey made it seem like that Misha is just leaving on her own accord. And he didn't even show up for this conversation. I don't think Jayla and Misha are going to have an issue. I don't think like she's going to ever hate her mom. But I do think that her mom, if she had to choose a side, she's going to choose Corey's side over her daughter's. Like if she was forced, like if Corey said, never talk to Misha again, Misha is not my daughter anymore, I'm disowning Misha, then Jayla will kind of be like, okay. Because Corey pays for everything from Jayla, everything. And if she wants to keep her lifestyle, she kind of has to like, let it be. But I didn't show you down here. The rec center has like space down here. Cassiel is here, which is crazy. Cassiel was like, I'm coming. I don't care. I'm not letting you go and meet up with the ops, even if it's your mom. And she's like, my mom's not an op. My mom is not a part of the gang. Please don't shoot at my mother and father again. Actually, let's go down here and we're going to argue about career with him and just be arguing about the gang. Like, really? I heard what you did. My mom told me that you shot at her and my dad. And he's like, yeah, I did. Why is there cameras in the locker room? That's how you know they're scared. I didn't build this lot, but cameras in the locker room is crazy. But she's like, I heard what you did and you shot at my dad and my mom. Like, Cassiel, there has to be a line. And he's like, you told me that I have to put my name out there and they were in my territory. You said, don't let somebody walk on my territory. And she's like, yes, but there's a time and place. If you wanted to get back at my dad, you get back and you don't shoot up the club. Like who shoots up the club, Cassiel? But Cassiel is learning that he's a hothead and he needs to like cool himself a little bit. Speaking of them and their relationship, we are going to ask to be just friends. Let's see how well he takes it. Ask the company birth first because you know him, he won't come to the birth, but we definitely want to ask to be just friends too. So she's like, would you come to the birth? And he's like, yes, of course I'll come to the birth. I'm not missing the birth of our baby. Yes, I'll be there. I'm like, yeah. He's like, of course I'll come. What do you mean? And she's like, okay. And can we also not continue this relationship? Usually my Sims end up hating each other when I ask to be just friends, but he even agreed that like, yeah, we're better off as friends. We should never, ever, ever pursue a relationship again. So while he's consoling her about the pregnancy, he's all right. He's like, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Oh, that's cute. That's cute though. But she should be giving birth soon. So I kind of want to play from her perspective until we give birth because I need to name this baby and I need to have him. Oh, we can pay rent, even though, and we're going to give ourselves the money back because on paper we have to pay rent so we don't lose our apartment. But realistically, he's not having his baby mother pay rent, And of course he's smoking the vape. She's like, I'm hungry. You need to feed me and our baby. I was going to go and get an ultrasound, but we already know it's a girl. So what's the point, But she's going to go purchase snacks. He gave her a few bucks to go purchase snacks. And Cassiel, you're a hothead. So please do not be fighting the other gang members that show up. Please don't. But I hope the story's coming together fine. And I hope that you guys are. Can we not choose what we purchase? I don't want to eat just grapes. Like she needs real food. She's pregnant. But like I said, I hope that they don't have anything good here. What's in here? Well, at least they have roll-ups, pizza roll-ups. Let's do a pepperoni pizza roll-up. But I hope the story is coming together for you and that the characters and their decisions are making sense of why they are the way they are. But yeah, she definitely knows like, okay, where her life is heading with Cassiel. And they have some work to do if they're going to make sure the gang is like successful. Of course, Cameron is here too to keep watch of her. I feel like maybe Cassiel assigned Cameron to watch over Misha because now that Cassiel opened up fire against like the head of 15th Street, even though Misha is Corey's daughter, the fact that he didn't want to show up to this meeting with the family says a lot. And I think the thought of a young guy coming in and taking over Newcrest, Corey's not going to let that fly. And yes, Misha is his daughter. And no, he will not harm her. But it just shows you they are not about to be friendly anymore, buddy anymore. And it's gonna get real quick. Oh, this is another gang member of 15th Street. When I say though, there's no fighting here. His name is Tyreek. He's a teen and he's a hothead. So watch out for Tyreek, you guys. Like Tyreek is like Cassiel. He'll just shoot up anywhere, anytime, do anything he wants. But he knows that he cannot shoot up the rec center. Like the rec center is really neutral territory. Why are you coming in here to play soccer? How about you actually head home because I need to work on Cassiel and the gang. So I'm gonna head home. I'm still gonna be playing for Misha, but I'm probably gonna head to Cassiel's apartment and have him and control him so he can like do things with the gang and we can work on his skill with that and like skills that we need for the challenge. But I also want to just be in Misha's household because we need to name this kid and I do have the name, so I'm excited for it. But let's head back home. Okay. They're all in here, but Misha really has to use the bathroom. So she's running in like, I have to use the bathroom. I have to use the bathroom. And I feel like Paris is only mean to Misha, especially mean to Misha when Cassiel is not around because Cassiel is not going to play with Paris being mean to the mother of his child. So yeah, she's not going to get away with that. She's definitely not going to get away with that. We need to set the thermostat on because he's freezing in here. And we also need to do some things with the gang with Cassiel. So I'm going to invite gang members because we need to discuss the shootout and we need to discuss the fact that Cassiel is a hothead. You know what I mean? Like, why are you going over here where all your money is? We also need to try for baby with Paris tonight. Y'all, mind you, Paris is never going to get pregnant, but still, she doesn't know that, right? Why are you he's always around his money. He's obsessed with his money, but we need to woohoo with Paris. Oh yeah, we can definitely do that tonight, but close and lock this. Everyone is sleeping. What do you mean you're sleeping? You're a part of the gang. Not her bobbing and weaving in here. She's like, I need to get ready to beat up my father. Okay. Maybe we can talk about the gang with her though, since she is supposed to be like our right hand. I don't think she is necessarily our right hand right now, but I don't think I can make her. We're not going to send her on any missions when she's pregnant. Talk about police. Like, I heard the police was sniffing around looking for me. Did your dad snitch? And she's going to be like, listen, let's try to cheer up. One thing about my dad, he would never get the police involved. If the police is there, it's because you literally shot in a club, a business. So the reason the police would show up is because the people who own the business are going to call the cops on you. Like, what did you think was going to happen, Cassiel? You thought you can just shoot it up because we live in the hood? Like, that's not how things work. But, you know, Cassiel needs to learn eventually. But let me see what else we can talk to her about. Talk about Rival Gang. What did your mom and dad want? And she's like, my dad didn't even show up. He's really mad. Like, I'm my dad's, like, only child. He does everything for me. For him to disown me, yeah. I hope you're ready for, like, dealing with the effects. And Paris can't just let them talk. Paris was like in a room by yourself with your baby mother. Absolutely not. Mind you, Paris is not even a part of this gang. He's like, I'm not making Paris a gang member. But I guess that shows a little bit of respect for her. Like, he doesn't want anything to happen to her. Talk about New Crest Thugs history. You guys are the history. You're starting this gang together. Okay, I wanted him to be leader rank 4. Cassiel can now send his enforcers to take control over local street corners. He can also intimidate other Sims. Ooh, we're moving along. Who's angry? Of course, he's sending a compliment to her. Talk about drug dealing with her. Like, how are we going to actually get this money back? Like, yes, I have money, but I want to double my money. Like, what can we do to actually bring the money up? Oh, Paris sentiments about Misha, romantic rival. I didn't even know that was a thing. Paris and his partner said they were in love with Misha, making her a much despised romantic rival. Misha's like, girl, I don't even want him. Like, what? But yeah. And who's going to be mean to who? Yell at her? Yeah, because they're probably arguing over Misha. Like, y'all are never going to know peace, to be honest. So she's like, you better, don't leave. Paris was talking to you. Paris is like, you better tell her you're not going to be in a romantic relationship. And he's like, we already broke it off. But to make her put her mind more at rest, he's not going to decide to always be faithful. Let's make sure we don't interact romantically with Misha. Yeah, Misha. Yes, erase that. Erase all romantic points between the two Sims. But he's like, now these two Sims do not see any appeal in interacting romantically with each other. But I don't even and look. She's talking about rings and stuff with her. I feel like she's like, just so you know, you're never ending up with him. Just so you know that. Just so you know in the back of your mind. Okay. And it's finally freaking happening. I was about to send her home like, well, we're gonna have to try again tomorrow. But she's finally in labor. Paris is like, Paris is seething, but she tries not to do too much in front of Cassiel. But we are going to have this baby at the hospital. Okay, and of course she's going to go with Cassiel because he is her baby father. All right, we're here at the hospital, and look who's freaking here. Chanel. I forgot she's a freaking doctor. Where's Cassiel? He didn't come. I invited him. No, he won't miss the birth of his daughter. Bring him here. He said he would come. And I invited him. Okay, he showed up. He didn't even see his mom yet. I think Nuhar will make Nuhar her doctor. And if he so happens to run into his mom, and then we'll interact with her. But for right now, we're going to go in here and sleep because the hospital bed is amazing. He's going in to calm himself down because he can't believe he's having a kid. Now he's going to go buy a snack. I'm going to follow him. If he runs into his mom, I think he doesn't even know this is the hospital she works at because he never been to the hospital she worked at, never really asked her like, oh mom, what hospital do you work at? You know, like by the time he realized his mom was like a big doctor, he and his mom did not have that type of relationship. But okay, mom is nowhere in here. We should really have Chanel deliver her grandchild, but then Cassiel will have to run into his mom, and I don't think he's ready for that conversation yet. He's getting his snack. He's feeling real nervous. Stabbed in the back. Cassiel's been bad-mouthing his friend. What kind of sim does that? Who are you bad-mouthing? I think he's feeling bad about shooting up, Misha's parents. The beginning of this. Misha, you're going to have to get up. I only wanted you to sleep for a little bit, honestly. And her water broke. Great. Ask for epidural from Nuhar. Okay, I don't see Chanel anywhere in here. Actually, I want to see where she's right here. Is she going to come in here? No, she went in the other room. To be that close to your mom and not be able to talk to her is kind of really sad. Depending on what stairs he goes down, he might run into her. All right, where is Misha? Is she getting her epidural from Nuhar? Nuhar is a sim that I made. And I just love Nuhar, so I put Nuhar in every world. But, yeah, did you give us an epidural? I don't think you did. He's here in here vaping in the hospital when you know you're not supposed to vape in the hospital. All right, let's go downstairs and check on Nuhar. Okay, she's getting her epidural. Hopefully, not Nuhar, check on Misha. Hopefully Nuhar is good and can give us a good epidural. Because, they be going crazy. Oh, I didn't see if he bumped into his mom up here. I don't think he did. Maybe he did, because she's right here, but I didn't catch it. Dang. Okay. Anyway, I think she got her epidural. Don't leave. Did it work? Yes, it did. His baby mother giving birth. But he successfully didn't run into his mom either. Okay, yeah, and he swiped it. Girlie, you're supposed to give birth. What do you mean sim isn't fully dilated? I switched it. Okay, we're going to try this. Take 2. Okay, what you're not doing is leaving the birth of your kid, okay? Okay, here we are. Are we finally going to give birth? Or is it broken? Please don't be broken. Okay, she is giving birth. Can you please be a part of this? Oh, he is! He's actually being a good dad. I was worried you're not going to see the birth of your kid, but you are. You are. So happy for that, Cassiel. Of course, you guys know I need to get pictures. But I can talk about the kid's name that we decided. Well, I had a community poll from my channel members. So it was a channel member only poll. And it was on the name of the next generation of Family Dynamics. And I took names that were suggested by you. I had the name Rebel. I believe it was suggested by Chicken Ramen Soup. So we had the name Rebel, right? And then I also had the name Eden that was suggested all the way when Chanel was having kids. And I believe it was China suggested the name Eden. And I said, I'll give the name Eden to Next Gen. But I forgot about it until recently. So the 2 choices were Rebel and Eden, and my channel members chose Eden, and I knew I wanted to do the middle name Rose because Cassiel is supposed to be like really into gardening, and Eden is a garden name too, so I like that. I did really like the name Rebel Rose, but the community chose Eden Rose. So this baby's name is going to be Eden Rose Dawkins Waller, or we'll do Eden Rose Waller. Keep it Waller for now. But I think the baby is here. Yes, we had our baby girl, and we're gonna name her, like I said, Eden Rose. And I think I'm gonna do Dawkins Waller since that's his name, if it allows me, if it's not too long. Okay, Eden Rose Dawkins Waller. That's a long name. But I think eventually Eden's kids will drop Dawkins and just go back to Waller, the name originally given in this challenge. But Eden Rose is here. He's like, push, baby, push. Even though they're not together, still, he wants his daughter to be here and healthy and happy. And she is here. Little Miss Eden is here. I'm so happy. Look how happy they look. But you guys know, like, all happy things don't last, especially when you live the lifestyle that these two live. And I'm sorry, you guys, you're not going to be able to see toddler Eden, or not toddler, infant Eden until next episode, because I want next episode to be kind of like a little bit of a time skip because I did a lot of storytelling this episode. I didn't have a chance to work on his career. I didn't have a chance to work on his skills. So I'm going to be doing that off camera so we can catch up a little bit. But yes, little Miss Eden is here. His first and only child that he's going to have, even though Paris thinks she's going to have a kid by him. We know that Paris won't get pregnant, but a girl can dream, right? Anyway, we're going to end today's episode off here with the birth of Cassiel's daughter and also Misha's daughter, obviously. Let me know, you guys, because eventually Eden is going to only live with Cassiel. It's a part of Gen 7's rules that they were raised by their father or their, like, whoever's in the generation. But I don't see Misha giving up her kid to go live with her dad willingly, even though they do live side by side. Let me know down below what you think is going to happen to cause little Miss Eden to live with her dad exclusively. Anyway, I enjoyed this episode so much, and I'm loving Cassiel's generation. It's completely different gameplay. Let me know if you guys want to see more extreme violence things. Also, let me know what you think Corey's going to do now that Cassiel shot at him, shot at his baby mother. Let me know what you think Corey's response will be. Anyway, this series is crazy. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. Bye now.